Not the president, the vice president.
Yes,
right?
vice president.
Yeah.
I think that was last year, and one of the reasons I bet it because it wasn't the year for prison school, so there weren't a lot of prison school cosplays.
Yeah.
Right.
Most of them were wearing tamamo or paint characters.
Yeah.
As it always is.
I guess like I stood out, and some father like asked me, like, could you take a photo with my son? And his son was like tiny.
Yeah.
Did his son know what the series was?
Maybe it's the kid on the plane.
Oh my god! Probably was.
Grant watched Prison School on a plane.
Oh,
and I was
nice.
And I was next to a kid.
And I was next to a kid.
It was that kid. He's like, I love that show. I saw it on a plane.
What are the plane to AX?
I mean, I normally we talked about this before, but like I normally watch some shitty I always have like an anime folder on my tablet. Never watch that. Always watch shitty plane movies most of the time. But what's your favorite cosplay that you'd say? Was like, or is that like picking your children?
Top five cosplays.
My cosplay. Actually, next week I'm doing my favorite character from Final Fantasy VII. I've done Yuffie already for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
That's the most popular
course.
female
Right.
character.
Right.
And if you got a chance for that, you can go for it.
Yeah,
right?
of course.
But my favorite, like my waifu, is Yuffie. Like I just wanted to cosplay Yuffie.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I finally get to do that next week. Plus, Cowboy Bebop.
Oh, Jill Valentine. Oh, not Jill Valentine.
Faye Valentine.
Valentine.
That's the Resident Evil character.
Faye Valentine. Yeah.
What was like your very first cosplay?
Oh,
It was
my
the-
own,
oh, shit,
right?
The Grand Blue Fantasy one, right?
Grand Blue
But that
Fantasy.
was Forks. So
Oh,
okay. Yeah.
well, could be Sonico.
That's very.
That's very on brand. I can see that
That
happening.
was also for me as an industry guest. So, like I actually
okay.
thought about
Okay.
the booth too.
Yeah.
So I don't know, my first like one of my my own choice. I don't know. What was that? Oh, I did Mama.
From
Yes.
from the Milf Isekai.
Yes.
Ah,
Yeah,
awesome.
Did you like your mother? Do you like your mother? With multi-attack. Like, oh, man.
that was such a terrible show.
Yeah. We've talked about it. I think my favorite cosplay that you've ever done was, I think it was at AX last year. You did Trish Una, didn't you?
Oh, yes, I did.
Yeah. Your Trish cosplay was really, really good. Yeah, that was cool.
I'm obsessed with JoJo's.
We all love JoJo. Speaking of JoJo, like you have like the JoJo kimono,
Yes.
right? That thing is
So
so.
I
cool.
ordered that in Osaka.
I would have ordered that. I don't care how much it was. I'd have paid. Like not even a
Okay,
question.
I'm gonna find that on Yahoo auction and I
Yeah.
ordered it.
That's where I get most of my JoJo merch from. Yeah. I'm like using Google Translate, hoping I'm not clicking the wrong things when I'm in it.
Connor's become that stamp collector just for JoJo's.
Yeah.
His grandkids can be like, what is all this?
Because when I have a call with my parents, all my merch is behind me. Like, what are those toys? Connor, what are those toys? Like,
It's not a toy, Mom.
Mum, this is a 1/6 Gyro Zeppeli $200. Are you kidding me, Mum?
You just like bust out the Osun, like, it's like you don't understand how pristine this thing is right now.
I love getting deals for JoJo stuff so much.
I also got JoJo Smart.
Yeah, I spend way too much time looking for JoJo merch. I know there's websites that are dedicated to. But sometimes there's like there was one that was like Rohan Kishibe tiny. It was like. It's like, what's the point? Like, I'm never gonna be able to like open this because I'll be scared to like actually do it.
Or like lose a piece.
How many pieces was?
It was something like 16. It was like
Oh,
not. You could.
that's it.
It's barely a
Yeah,
puzzle.
right? Like,
It's barely a puzzle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's just other stuff. Like I don't know. I have no interest in clear files, but I think Japanese
Yeah,
do.
I don't know why the clear files is the default. Okay, we're gonna release merchandise to do with this show. Let's just make clear files.
It's because it's so cheap to manufacture.
Right.
It's like the YouTuber like first T-shirt that's a reference. Yeah, they just put like hee XD. You know?
It just seems like the most tacky thing
really
ever.
is, yeah.
And I've never bought a clear file, but I've always been given them as like a gift or something, and I don't know what to do with them, honestly.
I have a bunch of clear files, but I've kind of bought. It's so ironic. I bought a file for my clear files. So it's like, you know, there's
Literally defeats the whole purpose.
you know, there's a file. You know, it's like a little bit. They're actually like custom made clear file or small files for your clear files, because people know that
Right.
no one actually uses the
No
clear
one
files, right?
can
And they just
use
treat it as like a piece of like art or whatever. You
Oh
know, they don't
my
want to
God.
use it, but they need some
don't.
place to like easily access it.
Yeah.
And I found one, and they sell it in like Daiso and stuff like that.
Oh.
Yeah, for like 100 yen. So I just
What,
bought one,
what don't they sell at Dyson?
and so I put all of my because I have a lot of Monogatari series clear
right.
files, right? Because if I find something Monogatari, I'm gonna buy it. So I just put all my Monogatari clear files into my clear file.
To explain, Daiso is like the dollar store here in Japan, where you can get like everything you didn't need, every little contraption you didn't know that you needed until you go to the store.
Literally,
That's
literally
Daiso.
anything you need for your house, you can find
They
in
have
Daiso.
everything.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
So much useless.
So how many files could you file in the file?
I think the one I bought, you can put in like 20.
Oh,
So
just
it's not a
20.
lot.
Okay.
You're like,
But-
right, okay, write this down.
Yeah.
20.
Yeah. But it's you know, it's nice. Like it's better than just having all the clear files scattered everywhere.
Right.
Yeah.
At least it's in one spot.
Just don't buy clear files.
And just please stop making them, companies. We don't care. We really don't care.
You're not gonna
Clearly
file
someone
anything.
does. I mean, because you know you have limited room. You need to pick your merch carefully. And people are like, man, why is Conrad so mean about a $10 figure? I'm like, it takes up space. That space is for the expensive goods.
Yeah.
Connor's trying to maximize this shit,
I'm
man.
trying to make like the most expensive JoJo cabinet, right?
I mean, you're doing a good job so far.
No, I'm collecting
I
slowly.
mean, you're no
Yeah.
JoJo bar level, but
no, that guy's been collecting for decades.
yeah. Have you been to the JoJo bar?
Which one?
There's
Oh,
a
wow.
the one in
the
Nakano.
bar. Is it still open?
I
Yeah,
think so. Yeah, it's still open.
Just reopened.
Yeah.
Because the quarantine, like,
Yeah,
Yeah,
they were
yeah.
closed for a long time, but yeah, I think they recently just started
Nice,
reopening again. And man, the collection there, because I went
It's
there for a
crazy
video,
from what I've seen.
and the collection there is nuts. I saw so many figurines that I was like, wow, I didn't know they made a figurine of this character. Like, and he had that really limited JoJo. It was Jotaro the Swarovski one. So it's like full on diamond encrusted Jotaro. And it's like, I looked it up on Yahoo Auctions, it's like $4,000.
Yeah, it's pretty expensive.
And he just
That's
had
all.
one on like a pedestal.
That sounds amazing.
I was just like,
Wow.
oh my god.
I want to get it. So.
Yeah.
Connor's about to spend more money.
I'm like,
On JoJo.
wallet, forgive me for what I'm about to do. I have to like not go on Yahoo Auction because I will end up buying something.
That's why I never made an account on Yahoo Auctions, because I know
Yeah.
I'm going to spend so much money
What
on
about
it.
Mercari?
Mercari? Yeah, I did, but I think it was a little harder. They didn't accept my cards and stuff. But I was like,
You probably need a Japanese card, right? From
I do.
Ikea.
Right,
It's
right.
card, don't you?
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Okay.
I still don't. It's
I
so hard to
see.
get a credit card or a debit card here. It's I don't know what banks want. I don't know how you got accepted either because
I got rejected the first time, but like in the UK, they just basically just like give you a card. They're like, oh yeah, take it.
Yeah, they just you just press this button
You
and
don't
they
really
just
need
send
a
it to you.
Oh, for a debit card, no. So like a
Oh,
one
right,
that
right.
so
Okay.
they rejected me for a credit card, which I only thought there was credit cards, and then I got a debit card, but I needed someone to like help me fill it out because they don't offer English ones
What?
like forms. So I was like, well, I'm fucked. What do I do? I want to access my money because I was using my foreign card for like the longest time.
Right.
Hey.
Yeah, goddamn.
I've got a question for you though. What do you think about the whole new simp movement that's just started in the Western sphere?
I'm
Legit.
like, what do you guys feel when somebody call you simp? Like, it's just, even like out of, like,
I've been called a simp.
If I say anything positive at all, like, oh, good job, they'll be like, wow, you're a simp, Conf. But you just
Yeah.
said a nice thing to a woman.
Yeah.
Simp.
I feel like the term simp has just been used so much that nobody even knows what the original meaning of the word simp was.
sometimes lately it's just like calling your name kind of thing. So
Yeah.
my like mod on Twitch like had to ban the term simp.
I was going to ask because
Yeah.
I swear I never saw the word simp in your chat.
They're,
And I was like,
they're very protective of me.
It's because everyone in the chat knows that they're simps. It's just like, we all know why we're here, guys. We're all simping for Kaho. I just don't understand that term anymore. I mean, the internet does what the internet does
Yeah.
best and completely destroys the meaning of a word the
Yeah.
moment it goes mainstream.
Because now it's like if you give a female any attention, you're simping. Like we're probably simping you right now just by talking
I'm
to
sure
you.
like you're putting me a lot of simp in the comment section. Make it
Wow.
bad. Make
How
it bad.
dare they get a woman as a guest? They're simping so hard.
Now that we just like blacklisted all the incognito comments, every comment now is just gonna be simp comments now, obviously.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's just a joke thing, like we can laugh about it, or like if you feel like uncomfortable actually like getting called simp.
oh,
I mean,
We're
it's
clowns.
we're clowns. It's part of the joke for us.
I think the only people who are uncomfortable with being called a simp are actual simps. You know what I mean? They're just like, how dare you call me out?
When the term thick, like the THI,
Oh, thick. Yeah.
Thick,
like,
yeah,
the two
yeah.
C's.
yeah,
Yeah.
it came out. Like, I was like, I saw it was malicious or like maybe negative term for a second because it's thick,
Oh,
maybe like
yeah,
race there
Right,
too.
right,
So
right.
I saw it's just another term for fat. So
Yeah.
fatty.
But if it ends with a K, then it's malicious. If it ends with
Okay.
a C, then it's
Yeah.
complimentary.
Two C's, it means your
At
butt is
first I
big.
didn't know that. Like, it's like,
Yeah.
so they were commenting like, "Oh, you're very sick." How should I take
Oh.
that?
I can see how that can just completely slip
Yeah.
under, right? But like that's again, like that's another example, right? The word thick is used so much now
I
that
know.
I see guys calling girls thick that aren't thick. They're not thick at all. It's like
You have skin? Oh, that's thick.
yeah.
That's thick.
I can't see your rib cage. Damn, you're thick. It's like no, there's a difference between thick and just
Yeah.
being healthy.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's like again, it's like cringe as well. The word cringe.
Oh, I hate the word cringe so much.
Because at first, again, like cringe actually meant something.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
people didn't like it. But then everybody just started to be like, "Oh, that's cringe. That's cringe. That's
I
cringe."
remember people would be like, whenever someone made a joke, people would be like, "Oh, that's pretty cringe," but I laughed. I'm just like, are you trying to compliment me? I don't get it. Was that a compliment or an insult? I literally don't know anymore.
That's like the biggest oxymoron. Isn't it? It's just
Yeah, I
like,
know,
It's
right?
cringe, but I laughed. I'm like, say that again, but slowly.
So as a non-native speaker, at first I didn't know it was like a badass
Right,
thing,
right,
you know,
right.
kind of,
Yeah.
it says ass, but it's a good term, you know. If it's half-assed, it's not good. you just have to learn.
That's what I wanted to know, right? It's like because you do stream to an English speaking audience, right?
Yeah.
Like, how did you come to learn all of like the English like internet terminology?
Right.
Because it's
Sometimes I
completely
ask.
different to the Japanese
Yeah.
one, right? Yeah.
Sometimes I ask my chat, like, oh, what this
That's dangerous.
abbreviation
That's a
means.
dangerous game.
That's a dangerous
But my
game.
chat is very good.
Okay, that's
my
good.
chat is very educational and they're very nice.
You
to
have
me.
a very
My-
rare Twitch audience.
My chat just wants to see me fail. Always. I remember asking them, I was playing a game, they're like, oh yeah, I wanted to know the ping of the game. I was like, what's the ping? And they were like, oh, it's Alt F4. And I just thought, oh, okay, Alt F4. I closed the game in a ranked match.
Oh no.
I'm such an idiot. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah.
It's okay. Because like English isn't my first language. Because sometimes like, people try to correct me, even though it's just obviously a typo.
Yeah,
on,
yeah,
Twi- on Twitter, especially, like you cannot edit tweet. So
Yeah.
even though it's just obviously a typo. It's just not.
I
English
saw
point.
people were correcting your English.
I mean,
that was like laughter cosplay. Sorry, I'm like,
yeah.
I was in a cosplay of laughter character
Oh, okay.
from Iron Blooded Orphans.
Yeah.
Gundam. Then I was obviously in a cosplay because like
Yeah.
blonde hair, green eyes,
Yeah.
and I always like to make hands. Or
Right.
or whenever I post cosplay photos, I like to state something that belongs to the
Have a
character.
caption.
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 So because like we are having COVID-19, why don't I just use the term laughter is a good medicine?
Okay.
But I put the laughter as laughter.
Yeah,
I
as like
a
spell
character.
laughter as a
Yeah,
character
yeah,
name.
Yeah, yeah.
And some people just corrected me. That's a wrong spelling, bitch. Damn bitch.
Naturally.
Yeah.
No, but like on Twitter, there's always that one arsehole because we make typos all the time.
Yeah.
And even if you delete your tweet, like
Yeah.
immediately,
They
screenshot it, they fucking send it to you. Like, excuse me, I have this typo by Giguk. I know you're trying to hide. Like, they,
That is my
So
absolute
malicious.
biggest pet peeve when
It's like it goes in the
it's like
exposed
2 in the
folder.
morning. It's like 2 in the morning, and I'm like, I'm just gonna tweet something funny, and then I tweet it. Like 10 seconds later, I realized there's a typo. I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, no one probably saw that. Delete it, right? And then maybe a couple of minutes later, I do it again, but the correct spelling. The first 10 comments is always, I saw that.
Oh my god.
I saw that.
Joey exposed for making a typo.
Joey doesn't know how to spell, and I'm just like, fuck
Oh,
off.
so
I'm like-
it happens to everybody. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm like,
everybody.
who are these people?
It's
This is a call out, by the way. Who are you? What do you get enjoyed? What do you get out of this?
It's like, why are you so? It's like, were you like just waiting for me to tweet to like catch that? Be like, I got. It's like Chris Hansen. It's like I got him.
Oh,
Did you think you were the only person who got
yeah,
called out for
because
typos?
it's English. Okay, it's not my first language.
But no, that's more of an argument of why we should get it right.
Yeah.
It's like, if we get a
because it's our
typo-
first language, right? So we don't have an excuse.
Right.
Yeah. At least you have the excuse that it's not your first language.
Yeah.
So.
Maybe I should have quoted like laughter, so that. But I didn't want to make it obvious. Like I just,
Yeah.
I didn't want to make it like,
The joke's
hey, it's a
not
joke.
funny,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's a joke. Like please laugh or like.
It's that ironic situation where like the person correcting you thinks that you're more intelligent about it when you made a very intelligent joke that they just don't understand. Right?
If you're smart enough, like you can just guess. Like I'm obviously wearing golden hair,
Yeah.
green eyes, which aren't obviously mine. So like,
Yeah,
you could
yeah.
guess maybe it has something to do with cosplay because I know the spelling of that. I know that my English isn't impeccable, but at least I know the term impeccable. That's something about my English.
That's more than most English people, honestly.
Like, please, people. But I do like sometimes make mistakes. Like some words like sound similar, like
Yeah.
Obviously.
testicles, tentacles. Like I sometimes mistake. But they both belong to hentai,
Yes,
so I think it's
everyday
okay.
words.
Yeah,
of
I make a
course.
good laugh, so
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you ever get any toxicity online for being in your position or anything like that?
Like for being an actress.
I mean, most cosplayers I know get a lot of toxicity, let alone
Oh,
people
right,
who work
right.
as
DMs.
JV.
Is dick pics. Or like that.
Do you get a lot
one
of dick pics?
appreciate. I mean, I close my DM only like it's only for my friends, like for.
Yeah.
I think
You
that's
write
how anyone
forums.
with
That's
the
a good- that's a good
same
idea.
mindset would do.
Yeah, yeah.
I also close my Instagram DM, but somehow they always miss. Like there was some,
Really?
messages from
Weird.
someone I
I
don't.
guess some people
follow.
are just that desperate for you to see their dick.
Yeah.
Right?
I don't know.
The mainframe. I need you to see my penis. I'm willing to go to jail.
Instagram had a bag, I think.
Yeah, closing DMs on Twitter and Instagram is like step one of creating an account.
Yeah.
Like no girls appreciate a dick pic. I can just say that.
You
Wait,
heard it here first,
no one.
folks.
no one. Well, maybe like if we get to
What?
know you better,
Want to size them up?
just
Guys, you gotta get a
out
no
there.
first.
Before you shoot a porno, where they like, here it is. Here's the package.
Yeah, I want to be like a male actor in JAB. Like, how do I go that? Like, here's my pic. Where's your face?
You should reply to them. Oh, it's 2 out of 10.
Yeah.
Just ruin that.
Yeah, you should just like reply back being like, listen, honey, I've done porn before. This is weak. This penis is weak.
Oh,
And then they'll probably stop
Yeah.
doing it after that.
maybe.
Yeah.
Wow. They're gonna be haters, maybe.
I mean,
Madam, who needs
yeah,
it?
who needs them?
Do you really want people who send unsolicited dick pics to be your fans?
Yeah.
Do you want that kind of audience?
I don't want
That's
that.
a level of simping I don't want to be involved with.
You're just like, geez, I wish I had someone to send my penis to.
Oh, man.
I'm curious. Going off something like that, and online, I feel like you almost have no privacy, right? And the people want to know everything about you.
Right.
Do you get a lot of people who really want to find out your personal life? And also, I'm also curious as well with JAV, how much did they like have a say over like, what people do, free time, relationships and stuff? Did they have any say over that?
Most girls, not just JB actresses, but parents in general in Japan.
Right,
They try
right.
to hide their relationship status.
Right.
It's just they pretend like it's for their fans, like
Yeah.
or maybe for them because like if you're say like you got a girlfriend or you got a boyfriend, then sometimes your fan base like grows smaller.
Right.
Yeah.
That happens a lot.
Yeah, that's really strange. I feel like in the it must be
I mean, it happens on YouTube.
Yeah.
I know I lost a massive
What?
female audience when I came out about
Seriously?
Aki. Yeah.
Wait, did
Oh,
you?
damn.
Yeah, I did. And
Oh.
Aki and subsequently Aki also lost a large like
You guys
male
could see that in
audience.
the stat.
Yeah, we saw it
Wow.
in the stats. Like it was,
I have no idea.
it's recovered now for the both of us.
Right.
We're back to like 50-50 male to female. But when
Yeah.
we first came out, I think I had like an 80% male ratio, and Aki had like an 80% like female ratio.
Right.
Just because I guess all the simps left. They're just like, damn, we have to find the next target. Yeah, but I mean, it came back obviously, but yeah, I assume it's the same thing.
Yeah, I think it's very different, especially in the Japanese industry, where they have this obsession with like keeping a pure image, even more than the West. Especially in the idol industry, like that's on a level I will never understand.
I mean, if you're allowed to tell us, you don't have to, but if it's too personal, it's fine. But did you ever try and date like after or during the period, and like how was that when you were like?
Not during it, cause like
it's kind of hard to be like, hey, I'm going to work.
I didn't feel bad about it.
Right.
And there are a lot of actors like who are dating, like who are in a relationship, but I didn't know how they cope with it.
It's a big like, hey,
Yeah.
hi honey, I'm gonna have sex.
And they hated like dating actors, so they understand the pain of like your significant other like doing the job.
Right.
And some of them like dated actors too, and like it was always like they were always fighting because of that.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, like, how small is the industry? Did you know like a lot of people working in the industry? Like when you worked with other actors or actresses, did you already know them personally, or was it like someone you met on the day?
Actors like most, I never got to know them personally. Maybe just on social media. They try to, how do I say? They're nicer than kind of like I don't know. Not compared to anybody else. I mean, they're nicer.
Let them know.
No, male actors, they want us to like request, like make a request, like I want this actor on this set, that kind of thing. So that's why like some of them are like obviously sucking up to you, like,
Okay.
but in a good way, just like me, like I bring in all those gifts. No, obviously.
Of course.
Yeah, because like, actors are all freelancers. So,
Okay.
like, they can get hired anytime. Like they don't have management companies behind you.
Oh, the
Okay.
guys.
Guys,
Oh, wow.
Oh, okay.
and their payments are lower than us.
That's how it is
Yeah.
in the West as well.
Yeah.
Because in our mind, like men are like happy in the industry,
Oh, okay.
whereas women sometimes like they have to do it.
Yeah. So basically, all the women have the power to
Yeah.
choose who they want to work with. Oh, okay. So you got to be good at socializing and making network connections if you're a male porn actress. Then.
Male
Yeah.
porn actors like they have to do more. Like they usually just, I saw you on Twitter. Like they just check our name and like do some research before we
Right.
meet. We rarely got to know them.
It's like real life, isn't it? Just if you want to be associated with someone, just don't be a dick.
Exactly,
Just don't be an asshole, and you'll probably be associated with them. Yeah. I wanted to know actually, and I know this is like kind of gonna get a bit weird, but like, you know how there's a type of JAV, and this is only in JAV, but it's like the creepy dude, right? Like you know exactly.
We call it the ugly bastard. I think
It's
in the
ugly
West.
bastard, right? I've always wanted to know, like, well, first of all, have you ever done anything like that, like in that genre? And if you have, like, what are the actors like in real life? Because I've always wanted to know, right? Because it's like
50-year-old men looking.
Right.
Yeah.
and they purposely
Yeah.
have to like act creepy, right?
Yeah.
And I'm just like,
We actually need them in the industry because here's what. It's not me saying it, but the directors and the staff members, producers say because
The people watching.
people can relate to them.
Oh my god, it's true. It's true.
I'd always heard this, but I never. I was like, no, that can't be it. Why?
People can
Oh my
identify
God.
with them easily.
The
Some people
40-year-old
want that.
big men who
And
are.
just like dojin, like there are some handsome guys and
Yeah.
beautiful, always beautiful women.
yeah, of
But
course.
sometimes like they got
But no. Most of it is the ugly guy. It's
Yeah.
like a
Ugly
meme in
guy.
our circles where.
I imagine though, did you just get to that point where you're like, you don't care? It's just like work, or,
Yeah, like-
or were you like, oh, God, okay.
I kind of I didn't even hate any of them.
Yeah.
I was so
But there must be some days, right, where you rock up and you're like, oh, this? Yeah, I mean, I'm good at acting, I guess. Like,
He looked way better in the picture.
Yeah.
I got.
That headshot was from 20 years ago. Don't lie.
He definitely used the snow app on his headshot.
actually guys like who lacks confidence in their body. They're actually nicer too. Like they appreciate you
Right.
more. Because,
Okay.
That makes so much
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah.
Like if I wasn't an actor,
You're
I
giving
wouldn't
some
be able
people
to,
a lot of confidence right now. They're like, that's me. I can fuck good.
I can be an ugly bastard.
Good looking, like a famous actor. They tend to be
Yeah.
just like
assholes.
Yeah. It's just
Yeah,
like
they treat
whatever.
you
I can do
as
this.
a
whenever
exactly.
kind of thing.
Special
Yeah, yeah.
move.
I'm handsome, like you're happy with that, right? Kind of thing.
Yeah. I mean, wow. To think that the more handsomer you are, the more egotistical. Who would have thought?
To think that ugly bastards are like wanted commodity
Yeah, I
in the
know.
porn industry. Oh
There
my
was
god.
actually one actor, I think, who been around in the industry more than 10 years, so he's obviously our experienced one.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And he's good looking now.
Mhm.
It's like, if I do this, then you're gonna squirt. What?
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 Like Ribena? Like what?
If I do that, then you're gonna come. It's just like, no, you won't.
Just like,
He's
what?
just overly confident.
Come.
No.
Oh my god.
No.
I would, if someone said that to me, like, oh, I have to fuck you now? Like, you just said that to me? Are you serious?
Yeah.
Like, what is it, like a mariachi band? Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck's going on?
Come.
Oh my god.
Could you imagine if it was the opposite? If like you're about to like have sex with a girl and she's
Yeah.
like, when I do that,
Oh my
you're gonna
god.
she's all over me. I'm just like, we'll see about
I-
that motherfucker.
I mean, I can actually imagine that with some people.
I mean, that's some ideal relationship. That's the whole dom thing, right? It's like, they're like, oh my god, yes.
Oh my
Jeez.
god, that's crazy.
So, like to ruin the perception, I gotta ask, how much of adult video is just faked? Like,
Right. It totally depends on the work.
Right.
Sometimes we make a fake cum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you guys have you guys seen the Asa Banana, the product, the drinking product?
It's like a
Convenience.
banana flavored jelly.
Yes.
Right? Yeah.
We actually use that for fake.
They just like squirt it on you?
Yeah, you insert that with
Oh.
like a.
I gotta Google this.
Yeah, because I
I'm
remember
never drinking that ever.
I remember we briefly talked about this in the interview. You were saying that like a lot of the fake cum is like the asabanana stuff, but it's
Yeah.
also like milk,
Or
like
white egg white.
egg whites. Like, yeah.
So
it's just
thank you
different
so much for
consistency,
having
right?
that. Please subscribe my channel. See you next time.
You have to